I'm recording. So in any organization, right, if you are doing a project, uh, think that actually you are in your local machine. Uh, you will do in your local machine, right? What happened to this? You are working in your local machine. Uh, this is called like a local environment. What it is called? It is called like a local environment. Okay. Once your local is completed, what happens? You will push to like just like whatever we are doing, right? So you will push it to Git. So there is actually a server, Git server, right? So you will push it to Git. So this will be your source code repository. What is this one? This will be like your source code repository. Git, any of the Git one. This can be like a source code repository. This can be anything. We have GitHub. Okay. We have GitLab. We have Bitbucket. So we have like a various forms of Gits actually. Okay. You will push it to here. What you will do? You will check into this one. So your source code is safe, and you will test it here itself, right? When you are doing before even pushing into Git, actually you need to test it in your local. Okay. Once you test it in local, right? Once it is there in Git, what happens? It needs to be like a you tested only your own local piece, like a you got like a, if you take like a Flipkart or anything example, right? You got some module. Okay. On some module actually you worked and you completed that one, but the project will be having like a let's say actually you are developing, Sabha developing one controller, and Dakshani developing one controller, and similarly Sumana developing another controller, three controllers, right? Each every person developing like their own piece of work. So their own piece of work, they will test it in their local and they satisfy with this one. Okay. And when they test in local, right, it's more of like a mocking testing. It's not like a full-fledged integration testing. This code may not be tested, Dakshani code and all. So how does actually they know it? What are the Dakshani changes and all, right? One way is we can keep on pull from the Git and update your repository. But actually more required is actually like a, we will deploy to uh, yeah, we'll deploy into more like a integration environment. Okay, how it happens? From here, from Git, Actually, we specify a pipeline. We create. So from Git, actually, we specify a pipeline to deploy into this one pipeline. This is called like a CI CD pipeline. Nowadays, olden days, actually, we used to build in local and then deploy into here. So what this CI/CD pipeline, right? What it does step 1, okay, build jar. Step 2, deploy jar or what into environment. This environment, integration environment, is also called as a, they can name it like this, right? They will be having like a multiple environments. Integration environment, like this. They will be having like a multiple environments. So for each and every one, right, they will be naming this one. Let's say this is one, this is one, this is one. Why we want multiple environments is like this is okay. For example, this is mainly for your team testing. This is for your team testing. Okay. This is for cross-platform testing. This is for performance testing. So each and everything will be having like their own requirements. So team testing means it's like your development team, your dev testing, right? So that's why this is also called as a sometimes most of the times they are also called as like a dev. That means this server is dedicated for your team only. Like if you want to do any testing within your team, right? Nobody can access this one. Like this is like a low secured environment because it is, you want to test it in various things, right? So it is like a low secured environment where people can see the data, database data and all. Okay, so that's why actually they call it like a dev environment. When you go to cross-platform testing, this is also called as like a where actually your test team or integration team. So these all actually like they call like a test team, integration team, or even sometimes, just 1 second. Yeah, integration testing, or also sometimes it can be called as like a user acceptance testing, UAT. What is UAT? User acceptance testing, meaning like there are couple of users, like a beta testing, right? Anywhere actually like a if you see, I already told. Okay, what is your favorite Android app? Sabha,
Instagram.
what's that?
Instagram.
Uh, versions. Yeah. See, this is released on this one. This is released on this one. Uh, yeah. So this is like a beta is something uh, like they will be delivering the actual application to a set of people, a limited people, not to the entire world, but they will be giving it to their employees or their top users or their uh, like selective users. They will ask to download and see like whether there are any bugs or not, right? So not every bug actually is found or fixed by the dev team or test team. We never know actually what the issue is until unless like how the user is working on that one, right? uh, so as an application developer, or you might have like a limited testing knowledge, how to like let's say card, right? uh, when you put your card into ATM, as a known person, actually you will know like you need to enter password. Okay. uh, and you will get money over there. So one guy who doesn't know anything, who is not like a uh, educator, he came and he put a card in reverse way. Okay. And he's trying to access the machine. Okay. Will that work? Right. So okay, if he put like if it is a chip based, right? He put in a chip. Okay. But he didn't hold for a till the time actually it beeps up. Okay. He only hold it like a 1 second, 2 second, and then he took it out, and he's actually keep on doing this one. So these and all actually in general, these kind of anomalies, right, may not be found in the regular testing. It may be a dev testing or it may be a QA testing. That's why actually they call for the UAT testing. UAT testing is more like they will play actually just like the users, or there might be a real user. So how actually it behaves the application, they will test it during that one. If any fixes are there, then they will fix that one before actually going to the actual before they will rolling out to the entire world. So and then actually comes up the one more environment. This is more secure, where actually users will not have access, or devs or team members will not have access generally to this production environment. This is like a production, meaning users, this is for like your Instagram, right? Whatever you said, you are downloading, right? If you see actually there are various of versions are available, the releases, right? 258.0.1 dot, right? That's released on 26th, October 26th. Yesterday they released some patches. So that's what it is. Again, think that I will come back to the versioning in a few minutes. And there is one more environment called disaster recovery, or simply we call like a DR. What it is, when, okay, think that actually production environment, right? When somebody actually Instagram.com, right? They hacked it. And we came to know that the production environment is hacked, and nothing is working on this server, right? So what we do, we actually put this one back for few minutes, right? Till the time we identify this issue, and we'll like a stepney tire, you can, or stepney. As soon as actually this goes down, Okay, we'll bring this one up. Just one second. Yeah, sorry about that. So where we are. So whenever actually something not right happens, right? So they will bring up the disaster recovery. Okay, this is intended like as names itself, right? Disaster. Something disaster happened, and we want to still serve the clients. So think that actually if it is taking this one, right? If this goes down, and to fix this one it takes like maybe a week, maybe 24 hours, maybe 2 hours, maybe 10 hours. We don't know like what's the time, right? So if it goes down, there will be like a huge impact on users, right? Whoever using it, there it may be a functional impact, it might be a monetary impact, or multi forms of impact all together. So what they will do, they will always build a backup server. That's called like a disaster recovery. But nowadays, actually, disaster recovery is no more. We'll come to know like why it is no more. So these are like a various environments. How actually it goes up, we'll explain you by taking a sample or example. Uh, so these are like a environments. So for any questions on environments?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now what I will do, I will take a sample application and I will show you like how it is deployed into a server. Okay, so what I did, I have a sample application and I deploy. Okay, that application is uh, or for the time being, like I will create a new application and I will deploy it. So the same application, right? This application, Spring Boot demo, I'll deploy into my. So far, is it working? Yeah, it's working. So what I will do, I'll deploy this one. Yeah, before I deploy, actually, I need to tell you one more thing. So our pipelines, right? As I said, this pipeline, this pipeline, right? Build jar. When I say build jar, I already explained you like how the build jar means. It compiles, it tests it, then it goes for the building jar file. So first, actually, let's look up that one. How the Maven tool, right? There is Maven, and we have like a clean. Clean means actually it deletes the target directory. Okay. See, if I execute it, it deletes the target directory. No more target directory. That means whatever the existing class files, it will delete it. Now, if I say compile, it generates the class files. It compiles all the class files and then generates the class files. See, in the classes directory, you can see it. When you say now, when you say package, then right, it comes and verifies like what is the package you specified. By default, it is jar package, but I'm sure actually somewhere you didn't specify anything. So, okay, when I say package, right, it going to verify test first. And there are some test errors, test failures. So it is saying that, okay, first fix, I can't actually go and it's not eligible to package it, but first go and fix the packages. But what I will do now, still I want to package. No test case. Maybe. Skip equals to true. Skip test equals to true. So what I need to specify, Maven package. Yeah, this is the one. I need to specify this one so that actually it will ignore the test cases and package it. See, now actually it's successful. It didn't work, I think. Okay, let me actually ignore this one manually. If I specify from here, right, from terminal, it should work. Here Maven I didn't install. It's there in IntelliJ only. Okay. It's not there. Okay, for the time being, actually, let me go ahead and package it. When I say package, now actually, I think it should build the jar file. It is building the jar file. Still null pointer. Why it's there's no test case here. Okay, it built the jar file, and the jar file location also you can see it. Target demo 0001 snapshot. So if I go here, it's there in the target folder, right? Jar file is generated, right? So if I look into this jar file, if I look into this jar file, right? This is what actually my jar content, right? CPC, okay. Here it's not showing properly. So what I'll do, let me add as a dependency and then show it to you like what happens. In your Windows, actually, you can see it clearly. Settings. Libraries. What I will do, I will add this library manually. Okay. So you can see now actually the jar file will be added. Perfect. It's not Maven. Did I add it? It's not showing. It's there in the excludes. Is that the reason? Okay, let's see for now. Target. Why I'm not able to? What I'm doing wrong? It's not showing it. Explorer. Okay, let's actually look this one, Java training. So here actually I have this one, right? Let me copy from there. Say, oh, not this. Spring Boot jar, right? Jar file. Delete. I want jar file. So let me create, let me redo that. So what I'll do, I will clean Maven. And then I will package it. Okay. From here, I want take it, this jar file. I want to show you like a what that jar file is, right? So let me place it there, and I want to expand like this, but for some reason that one it's not coming up. Okay, here also it's not coming. The reason is actually it just built the I don't know how to show it up actually. I don't have the jar explorability, but in Windows actually it is easy to show it up. When you do that, right, it expands using WinArchive or Win. All right, it expands and you can see like what is there in this one. So this is what the problem in this one. Like if we expand it, the meta NF file, right here, manifest meta NF file, okay, will not have the okay. I got it. It's 15 KB. No, it's 15 KB is there. That means it is still there. Let me delete it. Yeah. So what I'm saying here actually, it will not have the enough information like how to run the jar file or anything. So again, clean it. So instead of doing clean and package different times, what I will do, clean and then package. Two commands actually I will give it one go. So it will clean and it will re-execute the jar file. So now, right, if I say this jar file, right, let me go to terminal here. I'm in target, okay, Java -jar, okay, Spring Boot, okay, Java -jar, Spring Boot, right. Yeah, Java -jar Spring Boot .jar, right? It's, yeah, you can also execute it, this jar file, just like how you are executing. How come actually it is executing? Oh, okay. I already added this one. So what this plugin will do, right? Okay. Now, first, let me disconnect it. First, let me take out this plugin and I'll comment out this one. Okay. Now let me redo the same thing. Clean package. Okay. Now let me go to terminal. If I do that, see, it's saying that no main manifest found. That means actually the manifest files are not generated in this one. If I reverse that again, it found actually manifest files. It will do the manifest actually. The what manifest tells that what is the main program it needs to run it. That and all actually will be given in the manifest file. So now, right, without actually IDE in the terminal, in like a command prompt, I can run, right? I can run Java -jar. Even in your Windows also the same command. You need to go to the target folder wherever the jar file is generated. If you do it, you can see like the file is generated and the logs are rolling, and you can see exactly like how your IDE behaving. So this is what like a packaging called. Once this packaging is completed, as I mentioned here, it will be deployed into one of the this one. So what we do today, we'll try to deploy this one in our environment. I don't have, in order to demonstrate, actually I want to create a Azure app service. Okay. This is, assume that this is a environment. Okay. You don't need to try this one. It's by Java training. Okay. This will be my address. It's a code. So what language actually we are using, can pick it up. Okay. I need to alter this one a little bit because it only, okay, source is 16. Yeah. So it is already there. Right. So where I am. Here we can pick up one of the time zone. Like we have not time zone, region, meaning like where you want to deploy. You want to deploy in North America, where you want to deploy in India. We can also pick India. Let's say South India. It's there in, they have like a one data center in Mumbai, Azure. So we can pick it up South India. Okay. Now it's Linux container, Linux operating system. I want to go for the free one. Oh, it's not there. Okay. So in India, there is no free server, South India. So let me go to South. West India.
Sir, it's not our work, right, to develop.
Sorry, 1 second.
It's not our work. I mean, it's not our responsibility to deploy there. They are the product.
No, no. It's changed actually. The world is changed. It's not like your responsibility, my responsibility, everybody responsibility. So yeah, it's not there. The free tier is not there. So I will go to US East 2, which is there in It's a free actually. I can use it for demonstrating like this. So I will just review and create it. I don't have anything. Again, this is just for you to make you understand like what is environment and what it is and how it is working. Okay. Not for you to try, because it's before you try, actually you need to get at least like a what is some fundamentals of cloud computing that we haven't covered. So now, right, a server is created. I just created a server, but I haven't actually pushed my code in that. So in order to push it, like what I will do, I need to put the, okay, here is my code, right? Helming. Is the one? No. Yeah. So here is my code, right? So this code and this one is like both are different. GitHub is our source code repository. Here actually it does not have anything else except GitHub, meaning except code. I didn't actually build any what is this packages or anything. Actually, I didn't build it. Local actually I could build it, and I can see actually it's running, and also I can say that HTTP localhost. I can see actually this is something is coming up here, right? When I say login page is coming up, because that's what my application is. I'm running in the, I built using Maven, I built the jar file, okay, and I am running the jar file using the called Java command. Just like you remember, actually in old classes, actually we used to run command line like a Java class name. So here also we are running Java class name, but the only difference is here we are providing jar file. We are not running the individual class file. We are running the entire jar file. So for that, actually, we are providing Java hyphen jar, and then we are running it. So the command again, note down. Okay, note down. It's Java. We need to come to CD target. Here, actually, we have that Java hyphen jar. Again, see, look at that space hyphen jar Spring, and if we enter it, it will run it. So these are the things actually you need to note down things, actually not like to watch. Watching will not give you anything. Two things, practice and then noting down actually the important points. Okay, now, right, you are here. When you are here and you can access, just like your IDE, you are also able to access the the server, right? Similarly, now I want to do it. Here is my code, okay, and here is my server. I want to deploy my code into this server. That's where actually it comes like a CI/CD pipeline. So what is CI/CD? When I say CI/CD, right, what it is? Continuous integration. It's like a continuous integration, continuous deployment. CI stands for continuous integration. CD stands for continuous deployment. Right now, actually, we are doing not, yeah, CI is integration, means all the code actually it is integrating and packaging it. CD means it's deploying into the one of the servers. So let's look into this one, how I can deploy this one. I will go to, this is actually Azure, again, prescribed. I am deploying into Azure, so I am following some Azure standards. Azure is one of the cloud, public cloud environment. So what I'm giving here, actually, I am using like a GitHub Actions. One of the, okay, here for CI/CD pipelines, there are many tools. For CI/CD alone, okay, for CI/CD, actually, we have like a many tools. What their tools are, we have some of the CI/CD tools I'm listing down here. We have Jenkins. Okay, we have Hudson. Okay, we have GitHub Actions. If you go to AWS, AWS Code Pipeline. Okay, Azure DevOps. Likewise, actually, there are many things actually where they have actually CI/CD pipelines. Almost they does actually every vendor actually does the same stuff, but how you are doing is little bit different. Jenkins is more like a it's like a open source platform. Okay, Jenkins, this is like a more like a open source platform. Okay, it's they also made it. Hudson is open source, I think. Okay, so you can download Jenkins and you can configure. Actually, they have like a in both ways. They have like a coding. Again, you need to code it for CI/CD, or you need to give like a declarations, like a drag and drop stuff kind of thing. Declaration means like a more like a scripting. So that also we have. Hudson is more like a open source, I think. Apache Hudson. Yeah, I think they retired this one. No more supporting. Yeah. So this is a continuous integration. Discontinued. Yeah. No more actually now. So we don't need to think about this one. So this is strikeout. So we have GitHub Actions. So we now I am using one of the tool called GitHub Actions. So let me do it through GitHub Actions. So as I said, right, everything actually evolving, simplifying the things. Earlier, actually, I used to write code for this one, but now actually it's like a more like a choosing the various things, and then yeah. So from main branch, master branch, right, I want to deploy it. So let's what it does, right? I just choose what my providers, what my where my source code and all, what my target application is, target server is. If you look into this, it generated the code actually in order to deploy it. So what it does is, as you seen here, on push, on push, on any check-in to this master branch. Okay, this is like a more like a declarative statements on push branches master branch. If you push any code to master branch, okay, trigger this build. What it does, it's actually uses the Ubuntu server, Linux server, and actually first check out this one, right? This code checks out. Next, what it does, use Java, set up Java in your container. Okay, and then do build. See, actually, I told you, right? Clean install, Maven clean install. Here, what I did, clean package I did. Install is also like the same thing. Okay. Now what it is doing, upload upload actually this from target folder. See target folder, jar file, star.jar file, upload into this server. That's what actually it is showing. Once it is upload, this is actually build job, right? Once it is done, right, in the build job, see actually what is it telling? Environment, deploy. It is a Java app, run the Java app. All packages run the job with this one. So let's see actually what happens when I say now actually I will say save. So what does it does, right? Earlier actually I don't have actions here, right? Now actions is created. Just now it's created. So on any check-in, it goes and it pushes the jar file to this server, and through server actually I can access it, whatever I said here. Whatever I said here, right? I can access it from here. Let's monitor Azure. So how it is doing it. So it is still building it. If you look into this one, right, it's failed. Build that Maven is failed. Why it's what it is failed? Actually, you can look into the logs. Maybe test cases were failed. Okay, it's problem with JDBC. So there is no JDBC, right? That's why actually it is failed. So what I will do, I will disable the JDBC for the time being, and then pushes it. When I push it, actually it creates the new server. So let's say I want to remove the JDBC. Because of this one, it's hitting me badly. So I will also need to remove JPA. Where is my JPA? Yeah, I need to remove this one from my POM XML. And I need to take out all the entities. These all will be like a, or let me, this will be errored out actually when I take out them. When I take out JPA, this will be errored out. Swagger, I can keep it. In my controller, I don't want this one. And yeah, these are all things actually I need to comment out. Anything else I have? Yeah, I don't want this one also. Okay, let me redo Maven, refresh. Okay, some errors. Okay, this transactional. Okay, I think that's all. Let me see actually if it can run the application. Okay, where it is. Test controller. I will remove this one also. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, it succeeded. Build is succeeded. Now actually I'm trying actually if I can still access it. Localhost. Yeah, my application is running. Right? So now actually I will check in my code. Okay, is it still working? Okay. So I still disabled and still working. Yeah, it's still working. So now, right, I checked in, but I didn't do anything. But if you notice actually in the GitHub, right, look at here and go to GitHub Actions. It automatically created based on my comment. See, actually, this is what actually my comment. And it started a CI/CD. Like first build is successful. Now it's going to deploy into Azure.
No. No. நம்ம அம்மா கிட்ட அடிச்சிட்டு கூட அது என்ன
It's downloading it's produce the jar file, right? Downloading the artifact from build jar, right? And then it's pushing the, yeah, it's deploying now. It's deployed. Okay, completed the job, and this is your URL. So if you hit it, you will now see it's not localhost. Okay, it's a new URL that's called actually, this is what actually our URL. This is our URL on like a my Java training 2022.azure sites.net. So it's still actually warming up. It's not run. If you want, actually, you can see the log stream here. What is happening, you can see just like our console logs, like how you can see it here, right? So so actually you can see it in this one. Because it's a first time request, it is taking time. Yeah, Spring Boot starting up. Within the server, actually, Spring Boot is starting. It's not my local machine.
Sir,
Okay.
I have a
It's,
doubt.
yeah, 1 second. Yeah, see now actually, it's not localhost. This is running. I mean, if you ping this one, right, you can still see the same thing. It's not my local machine, right? Where is Zoom chart? If you want, you can try it actually. It's the same URL where everybody can access it. Not only me. In localhost, actually, I need to give like a my local host or 127 or this one, right? Because of my settings. Now, oh, it's not running it. I terminated it. So if you click on this one, you get you click and see actually whether you are able to access it or not, and tell me. Are you able to access?
It's taking time, sir. I will tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you were able to access it. I can see the log.
Sir, I have a doubt. If we deployed code in there, right, we can revert it back.
Yeah, we can revert it back. Um, uh, but I don't know actually this time like how to undeploy it.
No, sir. I'm just asking if it because you disabled all the annotations and all those, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah, we can always actually, it's my local, right? I can uncomment it. What is there? It's not actually tied up. Its link is breaking. Okay. Now actually I can push more code to my GitHub. For example, actually you check in something, it won't actually trigger the actions. Okay, you check into your branch, not to the main branch. Okay, you check into this branch, right? Nothing will happen because I specified in my, if you look into this code, it's not there here, right? In the master branch, look into this one. This is newly added now. The .github workflows file is newly added. What it does, okay, it triggers only on this one, on the master branch, not with any other branch. Likewise, actually, we can set it up our Git CI/CD pipeline. Some people can set up, like as I said, right? This is like a more like a dev environment. Even though if it is a feature branch, like whatever feature branch, I need to verify and push that code to dev environment. That's like a more common usage, right? So what they will specify here, instead of master, they will specify like a uh, feature slash star star. So whatever it starts with the feature, it will trigger the deployment, and their code will be going into environment. Okay, so that is what actually your deployment process is. So far, any questions on that?
no, sir.
Sumana, you?
No,
Okay. Okay. Now, right, we'll talk about like why actually we need different environments. As I already told you, dev is, let's say actually Dharani wants to integrate her code and test it. In this case, Sumana is a QA. Sumana joined as a QA. She also testing some functionality. Okay, there might be some interruption because the Dakshan is keep on pushing the code, right? Sumana may feel that, okay, what is this actually? My server is always going up and down. Actually, I'm not able to test it. She will start complaining. She says that, okay, my entire day is wasted because of Dakshani, right? Uh, it can happen. So what we do, right? We segregate the environments. We segregate our environments. Okay, dev team, you take care of whatever you do. You are like a one kind of people, so you take care of all in one server, all your needs. At the same time, testing, right? In testing also, like there are many types of testing. As I said, like performance testing, UAT testing, functional testing, automation testing, right? These all people again tell that, okay, boss, because of your testing, actually, they might be doing like some testing, like a rigorous testing, right? Negative test cases where they want to break the system and test it, whether the system can sustain it or not. So those kind of testings, right? Uh, so those kind of testing, right, may impact others. So what we'll do, we'll generate a separate test case, separate, so not environment for each person's. It up to the team, like a team or organization, actually what they will decide, like how many environments they need to have it. For each application, they can have like a minimum 2 to 3. That's a minimum is a 2 to 3 is the number, because one is the production environment, one is the development environment. They cannot directly push to production environment until unless somebody tests this one. Once they test it, when they certify here, and it comes to the production environment. What is production environment? Okay, now think that this is my production environment. Whatever my changes, actually I am deploying to this one, and everybody can access it. Like Dakshani, Sumana, or anybody actually can access that. This is my production environment. So if the number, right, the team size grows, the environments also need to grow it accordingly, because those many types of people will be there within the team. As I already told you, like in my one of the previous class, where it is, yeah, here, how many types of people, like front end developers, back end developers, quality engineers. Within the quality engineers, again, like there are functional testers, automation testers, performance testers, UAT testers. Likewise, actually, there are many people, right? So they all will be using, if their team size is bigger, right? If the team size is smaller, actually maybe everybody can use one environment. They can time slice it. Okay, what is time slice means? Okay, 9 to 12, actually I will use my server. I will complete all my work, and from 12 to 2 you take it, from 2 to 5 actually somebody else will take it. That is called like a time slicing. Okay, because one environment, there are 3 people, everybody wants to test it, right? So likewise, actually they can time slices and they can do it, but the team size is growing, right? Then one environment is not enough, so they need multiple environments. That multiple environments come up with different names, like as I said, right? These can be your possible names: dev or development, okay, test, okay, integration or INT. Okay, integration or INT stands for integration also, or QA, where QA people owning that one. Okay, these all actually almost like a, except dev, test, int, QA, all are same names. Okay, next actually comes up PT, performance testing. Next it comes for UAT. Okay, which comes for user acceptance testing. Maybe some it's like a more like a beta for platform, right? Likewise, actually, every organization can come up with their own standards, but these are like a more like a common names where across the organizations you can use it. Some people also calls like a stage. Okay, stage is nothing but stage environment. It just staged our code and we are testing it one. Okay, and production and disaster recovery. Production they call in the prod start short form. DR stands for disaster recovery. Okay, likewise, actually in most of the companies we will have like these kind of properties. Now it comes more important part, like how Spring Boot actually supporting this one, right? So the one major problem is, okay, you can come and ask here, okay. So here actually my same jar, right? We have the same jar, one jar file, and we have this application properties, and this is pointing to one database. Is application server is the only one actually. When I say application server, our application is application server is the only one which will be having a separate environment, or databases also. Yeah, that's very good question. Nobody asked actually. Yeah. So when I say environment, it's a complete set of needs for this environment. When I say local, right, you have local Java application, you have local database, right? Similarly, when I say environment, it is a combination of all that one, like a database or a file system or anything actually, like a queues or anything are there. Sometimes, I mean, exceptional case, this is like an ideal situation. Every environment will have like their own set. Sometimes actually database, right, may not have like these many environments. So what they will do, like they will be having like a 2 or 3 databases, right? Okay, integration, like dev and QA actually will be pointing to one database. Stage will be pointing to another database. Production will point to another database. Likewise, also they can set it up. Like a multiple environments can point to one databases. That's also possible through Spring Boot. Like all you need to change this one. Now the most important question comes, like how actually, okay, now let me alter my code. Where is my template? Okay, H1. No, actually environment, right? Let me see it actually where it is coming from. It's coming from login controller. I added environment value, and here in the let's see actually if it works. Oh, 1 second. Time leaf, I think it's th colon. Message request method get. Yeah, this is what dollar symbol. It's not 2 colons. th colon h. Okay, I think we need to time leaf. PH colon text like this. H1 within this TH colon text. Here we are using time leaf. To I think we don't need anything else. Yeah, I think this is right thing of presentation. Let me rerun it. Yeah, you can see that development. Okay, so this is like a to demonstrate you like this is like a development, but this is the same code I'm deploying into multiple environments. How does my Spring actually supports my environments, right? Yeah, that's where the concept comes up. Profiles. Profile means like a same code, but actually we are putting it up a different configurations for each environment. So we have like application dot properties, right? So what we do, let's say actually I specify application dev dot properties. So here, right, what I can do, if it is default, let's say that header message equals to welcome to development environment. Okay, this is what actually I have message, header message. So what I will do, I will put this one, I will access this one in my controller, this key. Let me first actually do some sample change. So instead of actually hard coding the value here, right, the end message, right, what I will do, I will actually use my Spring read from the property files. In order to do that, let's say header message. Okay, now here what I will do, I will annotate it with value. Okay, read value. This is actually a string. Okay, but actual value is coming from. Okay, so look at my properties and read this value. Now instead of setting up a hard-coded value, you pass this one. So this is what actually we call a configuration. Your login.html is reading actually from application.properties. There is no code involved. If you change here something, your login controller also will change and will show it. Okay, let's see that one. Okay, now header message. Header message, but what it is showing? Header cannot be type. Header message. Okay. See now what I did. I'm just accessing the header message from my application properties. If I hit my URL, I will get a message from my which was there in my properties. So now, right? Okay. I don't want to change any code, right? What I will do, I will change some message. Hi user. I'm changing some extra message. Right? There is no code involved. It is only intuitive, like a very basic secure, like not like a highly secure, but anybody can come and alter this message, right? Not like a developer has to come and do this one. So somebody actually come and they modify that one. And if you see, it's changed. So this is called like a configuration. So Spring actually can read from the property files, and that property files actually we can use it for various configurations. It may be a welcome message, may be a email actually to whom you actually want to send a email every time, or it can be anything. It can be a database also, like as I said, right? It's actually using local host now. But if I want to deploy in server anywhere, it's like a more like a server details actually will be changing it. Okay. Now the point is how actually it Spring supports multiple environments. So that's where it comes up, like dev profiling. Okay, let me see it. Okay, I will go here and I will do the same thing. And here I will mention V2. In local, actually, you created like a more advanced version, and in the server, actually, less version is there. So if you scroll down here and go to Spring Boot configuration, right? Edit configuration, you will see like a profiles. It's not showing it. Okay, modify options. Go here to modify options. Spring profiles. No. Spring Boot application. Yeah, generally, right, there will be like a one more let me actually do one thing. Cancel, terminate it, and let me reopen it once. Let me go to edit configurations. No, it's not showing it. Somewhere here, actually, it should show like a profiles, Spring Boot specific. Okay, that's okay. Even though if it is not showing, what we can do, right? Here, actually, we have like a environment variables, or we also have a program arguments. Okay, if I am running in the command line, right? Same code, right? Okay, let me build it. We have like a application dev application properties, two properties. Okay, let me actually first run it in Maven. I will do Maven clean package. Okay, now I will go to terminal, because this is what actually I am explaining in first actually in terminal, because this is more important. Java -jar Spring Boot jar, right? So if you notice, actually no profile set, so it's using default. Default means actually it is using from the application properties, because there is no profile. Now let's see what I will do. Java -jar -d -d active profile equals to dev. No, it's still not going to. Spring.profiles.active. Okay. So what I'll do now, it's not active profile. So it's a Spring, a property I'm specifying it while running. Spring dot profiles dot active equals to dev. Look at this one. Look at this one. The following profile is active dev. And actually, with magically, it won't take this message. This message actually you can see it when you run it. V1. It's not V2. Okay. If I don't specify that, right? If I don't specify it, I'm removing that. If I don't specify it, right? What happens? It picks up the properties from this application.properties. So what you can see here, you can see a V2. Okay, you got it? So like this, actually, we will change environments. Okay, same code, but we will change for each environment, we will set that profile. Okay, also alternatively, right? Here, right, as I mentioned here, let me stop it here. So alternatively, here also I can specify the same thing, -d spring dot profiles dot active equals to dev. Apply. So when I say dev, right, what happens now? It runs dev property. It's not taking it. Spring program arguments. I think P is not required here. Spring dot spring dot profiles dot active. That's what I gave, right? Spring dot profiles dot active equals to dev. Yeah, now look at this one. You can see that it's actually setting up dev properties. So if I hit it, actually it will come up V2 as is. Oh, V1. Sorry, dev is V1. If I remove it and try it one more time, if I remove this one, apply one, V2. It's a local one, right? Likewise, actually you can specify the environments using the and when we are running into this one, right? You can specify the environments. But mostly what we do, right? When we create the environment, we set up a environment variable also for this one. The same thing actually, like right now, actually it's giving V2, right? Okay. We also give the environment variable. Environment variable. Yeah, I will give this as the environment variable. me see if it works. In the environment variable section, I will go to edit configuration. In the environment variable section, I will give dev. I didn't give any program arguments, but I am giving it the environment variables. So let's see now if it picks up. No, it did not. SpringBoot environment variable profile. Is this the one? Yeah, look at this one. It's actually set to dev. Now, if I see it, it comes V1, right? V1. Likewise, actually, we can change this one. So what I will do now, right? Here, when I am deploying this one, okay, I will specify, I will go to my configuration within the server. I will add new application setting. Okay, this one I specify dev. When I specify dev, right, what happens? Whatever there in the application, followed by that will be the environment before the dart properties. It can be devd, it can be whatever you can think, like it can be Dharani, uh, it can be Sumana, whatever. So it comes over there. So, okay, now I will hit save. Okay. I'll push this chain and I will also show you some other things. Okay, so when I push actually change, you can see actually here in the GitHub Actions, there is something actually triggering. We'll wait actually till the time that is done. And while we are waiting, actually, I want to tell you, like, it's not like a dev or anything. It's like anything actually, whatever you give. So now, right, what I will do, I will give Sumana, right? So this is what actually your profile name will be now. So take it this one. So what I will do here, since Sumana, hi. Okay, I will do this one, right? So same thing actually what I will do, I will go here, I will update the profile to Sumana. And then I'll close it and I will restart it. So you can see actually this message is coming up now. When I hit actually localhost, see, it's not like a whatever, it's not need not to be the same environment. It's the whatever application, right? After that, whatever it comes, that is your environment. You need to adjust your application.properties accordingly. Okay, so for any questions? Yeah, it's deployed. And if I hit it now, it takes a little bit time in the first request. I think it's not deployed yet. It's still going on. You can see that now. It's V1 server, right? So likewise, actually, if I change actually a new server, I can create it. In the new server, actually, I can give the same property, right? Here, I will give like a production. Then what happens? It will take up the production properties and then consider it for the application to run it.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.